Hey, what's up guys, it's Flex and welcome back. If you guys watched my last video, we upgraded my wife's C300 halogen headlights to the new projection USR headlights, and they look amazing, especially with that daytime running light and that LED turn signal. To be honest, I'm pretty jealous and I wish I put it on my car, but at the end of the day, I already have Depot version 1 projection headlights, which are still really good, and she really needed an upgrade really bad on her car. But to solve this issue of jealousy, I figured out a way to spice up my headlights, or any halogen headlights, for less than 30 bucks. So in today's video, we're gonna be installing switchback LED strips on my headlights. So there's two ways to do this. You can definitely open up your headlights and install the LED strips. That's a little difficult. It's not something that everyone can do. To make this modification a lot easier, we're gonna be installing it directly on top of the headlight. Yeah, you're saying, hey, that might look like crap, but at the end of the day, I think it actually looks pretty good. So here's how I did it. So here's what you need for the project. You have your LED strips, you have a fuse tap with a 5-amp fuse, you have some extra wires, and a roll of electrical tape. All of these will be in links in the description below. Let's take a look at the LED strips. The LED strips are very flexible. They're super thin. They have this double-sided tape to mount onto the headlight, and they're water resistant. You also have this box. This box controls the switching between the daytime running lights and the turn signal. And this is the wiring. So the yellow is your turn signal, the black is your ground, and the red is your accessory. So the red will actually power up the daytime running lights, and when you turn on your signal, this will power up the yellow and it'll switch from daytime running lights to the turn signal. And as soon as you shut off your signal, it'll switch back to the daytime running lights. I'm gonna connect it to a battery to show you how it works. Here's a diagram I put together of how I wired up the LED strips. As you can see, the LED strips are mounted to the top of the headlights, and the black wire splits to the black, yellow, and red wire. The black is the ground, which I grounded to some bolts that were on the fender of the car. The yellow wire I tapped into the turn signal wire on the headlight connector. On my car, the passenger side connector signal wire is green and black, and on the driver's side is white and black. For the red accessory wire, I connected them together, and then I ran it all the way up where I connected it to the fuse tap, and I took the fuse tap and plugged it into the number 29 fuse spot on the fuse box. So here's the install. You can see the headlight strip there. The black box is back here. I routed the strip from inside out, peeled the tape, mounted it to the top of the headlight. Anything left over, I pushed in there. The yellow wire for the signal is right there, and it's tapped to the headlight connector wire. The ground is right here. The red wire is connected to the other side, and also it's being ran up to the fuse box through this rubber grommet to keep it waterproof, and that's connected to the fuse tap here, and the fuse tap is plugged into the number 29 fuse on the fuse box, and you can see the 10-amp fuse plugged into the fuse tap that I pulled from the fuse box, and there's the 5-amp fuse included. Just make sure the wire is on the inside, not the outside. Having it on the inside is very important. And that's it. Now that the strips are installed on my car, as soon as I start my car, the daytime running lights will kick in. When I use my signal, it'll switch over from daytime running lights to the turn signal. As soon as I shut off my signal, it'll switch from the turn signal back to the daytime running lights. So I think it looks really cool, and at the end of the day, it doesn't affect the functionality of your headlight, regardless if it's a halogen headlight or if it's a depot version 1 headlight. So you can't do any modifications without some issues. What I realize is the LED strips look great at night or even in the evening, but in daylight, it's kind of hard to see. It's actually not as strong as the LED strip that's on the USR headlights. And also what I realize is because the stock turn signal pulse is kind of fast, the LED strip doesn't really have the opportunity to switch back in time. So after a while, if your turn signal's on for a while, it'll actually go out of sync, but then it'll sync back up. I mean, that's a minor issue, but to be honest, it still looks cool and it's still blinking, so it's still legally a turn signal. It's just going to be out of sync once in a while. So if you can live with those issues, I think it's a great upgrade to your stock halogen headlights or your depot version 1 headlights for less than 30 bucks. I hope you guys liked the video. If you do, hit like below. As always, make sure you subscribe and I will see you next time.